Hey YouTube, so I've owned the Dyson V7 motorhead vacuum for a week, and I have to say, as far as performance on this machine goes, it is by far one of my favorite vacuums right now. I will say though, unfortunately, I have found one really expensive problem with this that I will be returning it for, and that would be this brush head. Now, Dyson put a similar head on one of their upright vacuum cleaners, and they were having problems with the black bristles, which are for your hardwood floors, breaking and falling off really easily, and I've found the exact same thing to be true with this V7. Now, basically what happens is these black bristles are supposed to be carbon fiber. They're supposed to dust your hardwood floors, and this is the only floor attachment you get with this, so you're committed to using this on anything you vacuum. The black bristles are just prone to snapping off. They thin out really quickly, and on this side I have some bristles that are completely worn away. I know at least the very extreme side right here, maybe it's not this one, might be this one over here. Yeah, now it's hard to see. I'll try to put my finger behind it and get a good angle. There's really not a good angle, but the bristles are thinning out. You can see the little opening right there, and that's just not some bad focusing or something. There's no bristles left right there. So to replace that, it's $100 because you can't just buy the brush sleeve. So I will be returning this machine. However, performance-wise, I've collected all the dirt this thing picked up for 1 week around my entire house, and we have that giant mess of dirt that this vacuum was able to pull up. Now, I tried to run the battery completely out. I went all over the house, carpet, hardwood floor, front porch, back porch, cars, basement, and it didn't run out until my second to last pass in the basement, which was the last part of the house I could even clean. I used the tools, I did everything. As far as a daily machine goes, you're not going to run out the battery on this machine. So let's take this vacuum and do one pass forward, one pass back, and just see how well the Dyson motorhead picks up. Now, obviously, that's a totally extreme example, but as far as it goes, yeah, the Dyson picked everything up, which for a cordless vacuum cleaner is absolutely crazy. I know not all that long ago, only a few years ago, a cordless vacuum was just something you'd run around your kitchen to pick up the crumbs. These machines nowadays, they can actually pick up some serious dirt. So performance-wise, yes, this Dyson V7 is great. And if you're more convenience-minded and, a really convenient vacuum will get you to use the vacuum, this machine is definitely something I would recommend. If you're more durability-minded, do keep in mind that head down there is going to wear out pretty quickly for hardwood floors. If you're in that boat, Dyson sells a red model V7 that includes a fluffy attachment, which is their new hardwood floor tool. It includes the mini motorized tool, a better dusting brush, and I think the price of it's only like $100 more than this machine, which for the fluffy head alone is $120, so it's definitely worth it if you want a Dyson. Now, as you can see in here, the bin is way over full. I mean, yeah, these machines are definitely not made for this kind of giant mess test, but it definitely does work. So Dyson has their new emptying system, and what you do is you pick up on this, it raises up your cyclone assembly, and I'll pick up on it. What it does is it scrapes that suction screen off, so that's always clean, and it dumps out the dirt on the bottom. So when you go to close this up, your bin comes out completely clean, which is a very nice feature. A lot of bagless vacuums have the problem of having hair and stuff tangle up inside of them, and this machine, you know, it dumps everything it picks up right back out. Now we'll go over the tools and stuff you get with this machine. You get your combination dusting brush upholstery tool, which it does work. The bristles on this, I actually, and this is the first time I've ever thought this, the bristles seem to be a little too long, because while the Dyson does have really impressive suction and airflow for a handheld cleaner, it doesn't quite have enough to pull dirt when it's that far away from a surface. The upholstery tool is really just an opening with this little lint picker at the back, and for your general day-to-day use, cleaning out your car, it does work really well. It also comes with the crevice tool. It has, you know, the little suction relief vents at the side so that you always have air moving through your vacuum, and then it comes with the charging base and the charger. So let's take some of this dirt. In fact, I'll grab the handful of dirt I picked up and just dumped out. We'll put it upstairs on this kitchen flooring up here, and we'll do a not quite so big mess test and just see how well Dyson handles all this kind of dirt on a hardwood floor, see if it snow plows it or anything. So we'll just take the dirt, sprinkle that all around here, and then we'll get our V7 motorhead, and I'll show you. I was actually pretty impressed with this machine. I mean, all in all, the performance of this vacuum cleaner is not going to disappoint anybody that buys it. I mean, really, it's an awesome machine. That brush roll head is really my only problem with it. So again, we're going to be on 20-minute runtime mode. We'll see what the Dyson can do. Now, that is obviously exaggerated, and you're probably not going to have that much hair on the floor. So what we'll do is, you know, just push some of this stuff out of the way. Just put down, you know, more dust. And see how well the Dyson does with just dust. And I will say, this machine didn't kick back any dirt. Everything either got pushed in front of it or picked up, so that's pretty impressive. And again, if you have like dogs or something that shed a lot, and you do get any of these larger hair chunks, the way that brush head is designed, it lays very flat to the floor, and it will snowplow some of that kind of stuff. As far as dust goes, everything is picked up. We'll take a couple, let's see, throw some frosted flakes on the ground and just see what it does with a little bit of breakfast cereal. Now, this would be a little more realistic. Say you have a little kid and he dumps some of his cereal on the ground. I have a little mess of cereal to pick up. The Dyson is really made for this kind of mess. So let's see if it, see how it does with it. So the bigger chunks do get snowplowed. Really, any really big particles do get snowplowed by the Dyson. That was really the intention of their fluffy head, which unfortunately this machine does not come with. Overall though, if you have dust or something on your floor, it'll do the dust. You know, some coffee grounds, stuff like that, just fine. But as far as any sort of extreme examples, you know, kids spill breakfast cereal, a dog that sheds a lot, it's not going to do the best with that kind of a mess. So if you do have bigger messes, the fluffy tool that comes with the red model of V7, like I was talking about earlier, would really be your go-to, because on that they raised up the front plate and put a big soft roller. So anything, you know, up to halfway up the roller brush does get pulled under and sucked in, which this machine does have enough actual vacuum power to deal with that kind of stuff. It's just the limitation of this brush head. So all in all, for your daily upstairs or hardwood floor cleaning, this machine is going to be more than enough for you. If you have any sort of extreme messes, I would recommend the upgrade to a model with a fluffy head. On carpet, as a daily vacuum, great machine. You saw all the dirt and the dust, and I mean, heck, there's still that pile sitting there. It does do pretty good, so we'll give it one more pass through, because on second look I am seeing some of the extreme dust still left behind. And now it still looks a little shadowy, but if we go from the other side, you can see it picked up the dirt pretty well. It's just the lay of the carpet pile now. So overall, the Dyson V7 motorhead, great vacuum. If you want to get into Dyson for your daily pickups, if you have anything remotely this messy, which most people probably wouldn't, but some people do have problems with animals shedding a lot, or you know, the breakfast cereal kind of situation, in which case this machine might not be the best for you, and an upgrade to the next model up would help in those situations. All in all though, really good machine performance wise, but as I said, that brush roll head, I'm not, really don't want to pay $100 every year or so to keep the machine running. I mean, I really do like this machine. I was actually kind of disappointed to find out about that problem, because I really do like the performance of this machine that much. Now, I did do a few other little tests that I haven't mentioned quite yet. After using this machine for a week straight, I took my best cleaning upright vacuum around and picked up what the Dyson had left behind. And you don't see any animal hair or anything in here. Most of this is just dust, but there was also some grit, which is the type of dirt that will break down and destroy your carpet. So this really isn't an upright vacuum cleaner replacement. It is just for the quick vacuum kind of scenario, which for $350, personally, if it wasn't for that brush head problem, like I keep saying, because that really is my only sticking point with this vacuum, I would say it's totally worth it. Now, a lot of people with this kind of comparison like to say the very true point of vacuum that goes last is going to pick up some dirt. So after I went over it with the Royal, I went over it with the Dyson one more time, and I picked up a little bit more dirt. But nothing in comparison to the upright. So, yeah, if you can live with the brush bar problem, you don't have any animals or anything that shed a lot or anything like that, this is definitely a really good vacuum to look into. Yeah, unless you have some super extreme dirty situation, and not very much hardwood floor because of that brush bar problem, um, this would definitely be a machine I would recommend. You know, even with its faults, I really do enjoy it. It's lightweight. The battery hasn't really ever run out on me. It's really nice to take it to your car. So, all in all, not a bad machine, just not one for me based on the durability issues. So that is going to be my review of the Dyson V7 Motorhead. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll be honest, this machine has really got me stuck on cordless machines, so I think I might try and find one that doesn't have that expensive brush bar problem. So we'll wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that fun jazz, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.